What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It feels like it's been a minute since I put a video up here, but we're back and bigger than ever. So please make sure you like, you subscribe, share, and comment. As always, keep this train just choo-choo going. We're going to get right into it with these muscle-bound men and turtle. Man and turtle. From the Turtles of Grayskull line, that is the Masters of the Universe crossed over with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which if you're a fan of this channel, you know that I'm a big lover of the turtle. I'm not going to change the way I said that neither. You're going to take it and you're going to like it. And Casey Jones is one of my absolute favorite Ninja Turtle characters, so it was a must to pick him up. Now, I'm sure there's a few of my friends that are watching this video, and before I say how much I paid for these, they're probably thinking, oh my God, he probably paid a lot of money. He probably paid full price for those. I hope he didn't pay full price for those. No, sirs or madams, I did not. So, chicky check it. Pick these up today at Target. My local Target has a bunch of toys on sale, up to 30 to 50% off. I didn't make a video of a toy hunt because I was kind of on a time restraint, which plays into this story quite well. So I'm looking at these two. The tag says 30% off of the Masters of the Universe turtle figures, because there were other Masters of the Universe figures that were 50% off, right? And then there were some that were 30% off. So I was like, all right, well, take it up there. We'll check it out. And specifically where this Leo and this Casey Jones and there was a Tila all on the same peg, all three of them have been there for months. Any video on my channel that I've done a little toy hunt, you can go back and watch. And if I'm in Target, you probably see me glance at that area or tell you how it's always the same stuff. It is. They've slowly started bringing some new stuff in, but I decided, you know what, let's see how much these bad boys really are. So at 30% off, they would have been about 13 something and change, right? I am cashing out at the register and they're ringing up 20 bucks. So I say to the lady, I'm like, oh, this had a sign back there that said 30% off of these specifically. She's like, okay. She does a little radio call. Can someone do a price check on these Ninja Turtle figures? So we hear the guy call back, oh yeah, there's a sale on toys, but it's not those ones specifically. And I shook my head and I said to the lady, well, then there's a problem, because there's definitely a tag where these are labeled these on sale. And she goes, well, they're not coming up on my little scanner when I scan them. And I'm like, well, that's just ridiculous. It seems that happens quite a bit in there where things are on sale and they're not on sale, or they are or they're not, whatever, vice versa. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to take these two figures and I'm going to go back and I'm going to see if maybe I'm reading it wrong. Maybe. I go back and I look, and no, I didn't read it wrong. It was exactly how I saw it. So, in a huff and a puff, I decided I wanted to blow someone's house in. No, I didn't. I just said that because it sounded good. I went and I grabbed an associate that was doing an online shopping order. Cool dude, cool chill guy. Asked him if he could just for the sake of humoring me, if he could double check the prices on them. And I showed him the peg, where the price is, where the tag is, where the sale is, blah, blah, blah. And he scans them. And he goes, yeah, they're all up on sale. I was like, well, that's interesting. I go, I just had two associates up front tell me they're not. He goes, no, I'm scanning them and they're on sale. He goes, bring them up front, and if they're not, tell them to keep scanning them until they are. And I was like, well, all right, that's one hell of a method. So I grabbed both of them, and now I am kind of upset because I'm like, customer is always right, but I'm never treated like I'm right as the customer, which is obnoxious. So I go back up to that same lady and I'm shaking my head at her and I'm like, I'm sorry, ma'am, but you are wrong. And she goes, excuse me? And I said, well, that guy, well, I don't say that guy. I said, there was a guy in the back. He price scanned them for me and they come up on sale on his little scanner. And she's like, oh, well, who was the guy? So I described him because I didn't get his name. And I go, So she shows me on her little handheld that it's not on sale. And I show her on my phone because I took a picture of the tag and the peg where they are. And I said, well, look, we have an issue and we need to figure this out. I go, because I am getting these at 30% off today. And there was another kid that was working there, comes up behind us, and he goes, hey, did you guys, because he was walking by earlier when the first time I was cashing out, and he heard it. And then he comes back the second time, and he's like, hey, did you guys get it figured out? And she's like, well, he's saying they're on sale, and they're not. And I'm like, well, she's saying they're not on sale, and they are. So she's got him pulled up on her little handheld, and he hits, I don't know what he hits, but he hits some little button, and he's like, oh, well, would you look at that? It's like magic. And I quickly took a glance, and all I saw was red numbers. And then when she scanned them into the register, they came up 30% off Circle Rewards. And I was like, oh, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, see, look, you did something wrong on your end, and I'm going to benefit from it. So thank you. So they both come up to about $13 a piece. And I put my little boop, 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 boop Circles reward in, and I got $5 back, or $5 towards it, or whatever, each figure. So I paid $8.33 for both of these. And that's the long story drawn out. I don't know if I sound like a dink in that story, but I feel like I didn't because, man, if the lady would have just, you know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say. And I know there's all those types of people in the world. I'm probably one of those people at my job, and I apologize if I am. But let's keep talking about the Ninja Turtles. These are awesome. I have the Leatherhead, and I also have 2 Bop Steady, which is Bebop and Rocksteady combined. I've done videos. Well, I did a video on the Bebop and Rocksteady one. I showed Leatherhead in a video. I'm not opening these right now, but I will open them, and they'll be their own video at some separate time. But I just wanted to do these now because I haven't done a video in a minute. Sorry for the glare. We'll try to get rid of it. There we go. You got Casey Jones throwing down with some Mausers. You get a comic book inside of it. Cannot wait to check it out. We'll read this together. Back on Earth, Casey Jones fights baddies as a hockey-masked vigilante using whatever sports gear he can fit into his bag. Now that he's on Eternia, he loads up on Castle Grayskull's best battle equipment to join the fight against Krang and Skeletor. I have not seen the Krang. I know what he looks like, but I have not seen him. And there's the Tila. So for real, they had this one, Michelangelo, and Tila all on the same peg. They all had the same little tag. They all had the same little barcode. So you know. But there's Casey Jones. He looks pretty awesome. He is in his classic colors with the gray pants and the bluish teal shirt. You can take his mask off. Comes with a big old glove, a big old backpack. The glove looks like the Infinity Gauntlet, does it not? Huh, interesting. Maybe we can do something with that. And then let's take a look at Michelangelo. And I know my friend, Frank Dumont, check out his channel. He does all sorts of cool customizations of He-Man, G.I. Joe, and Transformers. Because they're definitely more than meets the eye. But here's Michelangelo. I know he has this one as well. I think he has all of them, to be honest. But he comes with a hairpiece, which is pretty freaking rad. And I can't wait to check it and put it on somebody else and see what it looks like. But here's Michelangelo, and we'll do... now, I don't know who this character is. That's a He-Man character, and I don't necessarily know him. Oh, there's Metalhead in the back, it looks like, anyways. So we'll read this one, and we'll do a lot better. Mikey may be a party dude with pizza on his mind, but after hearing about the heroics of He-Man, he has a new purpose. Be the most powerful turtle in the universe. He grabs a blonde wig and begins emulating Eternia's greatest warrior. Even though he doesn't have it on there. He doesn't have it on there. But they show you can put it on there. And then there is the Skeletor. I'd like to find Shredder. He's like a big gold snake. Be pretty awesome. And like I said, I will open these up in their own video. Just wanted to show them off here right now. So, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope everybody has a great day. I'm trying to think of anything else. Go check out Target. I wanted to mention that again. Go check out Target. They had a bunch of stuff on sale. I didn't have time to make a video. Wrestlers were on sale. G.I. Joes were on sale. I did see a new Spider-Man. That was pretty much it. But that I can remember anyways. But until then, my friends, grab yourself a slice of pizza and make sure you climb to the rooftop and scream Cowabunga! So all of Skeletor and his foes know that you are the raddest, baddest turtle in all of the land. And we will catch you in the next one.